Why, hello YouTube. This is Baylor Mage again, and oh boy, we changed our minion build. One little tip from Gazzy we picked up was being able to do the SRS flame wall infinite loop automatically. We've taken that to a whole new level, but I'm absolutely involved in that. But you can also see we changed to the skeletal arsonists. Their damage is also insane. The biggest reason I like them more than the skeletal archers is they do about 80% of the single target of the skeletal archers, but they do that without you activating their skills. The skeletal archers need you to aim, put your mouse over the mob, press the button, do the cast time animation, wait for the thing to hit, and then boom. And yes, their damage is a little bit better, but if anybody's familiar with my content, I like to automate as much as I can, not have to aim, lower any chance I have to make mistakes by making the game play the game for me. Now, we're never going to get to the level of PoE 1 where we automate everything. I do still have like 4 active buttons I'm pressing, but anything I can automate, we want to automate. So there's a whole lot more going on in this build. So we're going to jump in game. I'm going to try and run through everything, but if you have any questions about it at the end that aren't covered in the video, let me know. And if you want to see where this build goes, remember to hit the subscribe button, like the video. Let's go. Here we are in game. Let me move myself out of the way of the life so you can see how much life I've got. Yep. Okay, so we have 1100 life, 1700 ES right now. It's a pretty decent amount. However, the big things people keep asking, where does all my spirit come from? Just real quick, for anybody wondering, you get spirit can be got on a chest. You can get quite a bit on a scepter. I don't have any on an amulet, but you can also get spirit on an amulet. Energy shield is mostly coming from my crystal focus, which is phenomenal. I'll be wearing this forever. It's basically the only piece of gear that I've got that's good, but it's real good. Very nice. Lots of energy shield. Decent amount of ES on my helmet. Okay-ish amount of ES, I guess, on my body armor. Not much on my boots. They're pretty bad. Not much on my gloves. They're pretty bad. Nothing here, etc. So resistances are questionable. I am probably half an hour away from finishing the campaign. Unfortunately, it had to be the end of my day, so I didn't get to finish the campaign on day 2. I am not in maps yet, but I will be immediately upon starting my next stream pretty early on, which will be pretty quickly after this video comes out if you want to jump by. So what does the loop look like? So you might notice I have Fireball here. Fireball's only job is to start the loop. If I have a wall or mobs, I can use Fireball to start the loop. And that means what happens is I have minion instability summon raging spirits with Infernal Legion. They die. And then I have a cast on minion death Firewall, which means that loop just keeps happening forever. And that's pretty good on its own. But the astute around you might notice my energy shield's going up and going up and going up. And if we run around a little bit more, it'll keep going up, and it'll keep going up, it'll keep going up. And now I have 3.5k ES. The reason for that is, let's stop it from making that sound real quick just by turning it off. The reason for that is we also fit in Grim Feast, which basically makes it so that every time minions die, my SRS die, those little things pop up. They let you overflow your energy shield. They give you quite a lot of recovery. I've gotten quite tanky because of it. It's fantastic. Grim Feast is fantastic. There is nothing linked to it. Unfortunately, it is a 30 spirit cost reservation, so it costs me 1 minion. But that's absolutely worth it. So let's go through links, how this works. So summon raging spirit. Linked to Infernal Legion, Minion Instability, and Feeding Frenzy, so it takes more damage. That lets them die from killing themselves. Cast when minion death costs 60 spirit, so again that's costing us more minions. But that's automating the Flame Wall and Fortress. Now that Flame Wall is also always down all the time everywhere, which means my arsonists, no matter what, are always throwing through the Flame Wall projectiles, which is also great because it adds a bunch of flat to their damage. So that's great. Other links we've got Fireball just to get things started. It's just with faster casting and Unleash. One Fireball isn't enough. You don't really need faster casting, but one Fireball is not enough. So the Unleash is needed if you use Fireball. You can use any fire skill in existence to start it. You do not have to copy that one. I went Fireball just because it looks cool. Skeletal Warriors still coming out of my scepter. I have them with Last Grip, Brutality, and Heavy Swing. They're just doing some damage. To be honest, couldn't tell you how much damage they're actually doing. Summon Infernal Hound still has Meat Shield and Elemental Army so that it lives for a while and it takes 20% of my damage. That's great. However, it also has Fire Expose now. As soon as it got a third link, I put Fire Expose on it. This gives us another negative 20 fire res to go with our curse. So we're stripping through fire res. Between the minion instability, exploding SRS, and my arcanists, almost all of my damage is fire to begin with anyway. So that's huge. Our flammability is linked with heightened curse and inspiration. Actually pretty important because without inspiration, our curse costs 182 mana. I only have 500 total and we are automatically proccing our flame walls, which we have leveled up. So it does cost a pretty decent amount of mana. With inspiration, it comes down to 110. It's still pretty expensive. Don't spam it, but it's enough. I can get away with it. My Pain Offering just has persistence for more duration. Maybe it should have another support, but right now it doesn't, and I couldn't find another support I cared to put in it. So that's all those. I will show you how my tree is, but I'm absolutely not happy with it. Our tree is a mess. This whole section where I come all the way up one side, do a little trip over the top, and then come all the way back down to here on the other side, I hate. This little square, hate it. Something is wrong with this. I haven't worked it out. I've just been taking nodes as I level up. Something's wrong with it. However, one important thing in here, this has been a problem on stream a lot. If you try and start the loop of SRS automatically dying, you have to take this node off because that 20 all res will stop them from dying in time, which is awkward because if they don't die, they just fizzle out and expire. That does not count as a death. Other than that, changes since yesterday is mostly just we've gone for a bunch of energy shield nodes. I don't think much else has changed because we just went for a bunch of energy shield nodes. We got real tanky, real fast because of all of our energy shield nodes. They're fantastic. My next one's was gonna be here. The one other change I made was as soon as I went to minion instability and arsonists is we went and got all this area, 10% increase area, 10% increase area, 10% increase area, and 20% increased area. That adds up pretty quick. 50% increased area for the explosions and the grenades from my arsonists have gone fantastically. Okay, that is the update. This is, I've been looking around. This is so far the best minion build that I have seen anybody running. If I can find something better, I will change into it. But right now, I'm absolutely in love with it. I feel very tanky. I feel very fast. I feel like my damage is super high. Honestly, it feels like a mid-tier PoE 1 build. Like I am zooming now. So I cannot wait to get this guy into maps. I'm going to blast through. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if there are any more options. We're definitely going to get quite a bit more spirit than this, extra minions. res cap, way more energy shield. There's so much to do. Just in case people are in front of me, I will let you know the plan. The plan here is to take this one first for reserve 25% life and gain maximum spirit per life. That's our first node that I plan on taking. And then for my Uber Ascension, I was going to reserve another 25% of my life and get maximum energy shield. That's the current plan. All right. That is everybody caught up. I'm very sorry to everybody who's not playing minions, and you're welcome to everybody who is playing minions. I'm having a fantastic time. And I will see everybody next time. Bye-bye.